Welcome back to the Healthy Voyager. I'm Carolyn Scott, and this time you get to join me in Aruba, Maldives.
The Maldives is a bucket list destination for so many, so I was beyond delighted to tick it off my list recently when I got my chance to stay at the incredibly beautiful Aruba Resort. And getting there is all part of the adventure. From the main airport to their seaplane to the boat that takes you into their private island, the journey makes for pure excitement to finally arrive in paradise. Aruba is one of the largest resorts in the archipelago, boasting so many unique amenities and services that are second to none. Situated on its own private 3-kilometer, almost 2 miles long island, Aruba is able to offer things that most local resorts just can't provide. Starting with bike rental to get around the island, you can also hop onto the public buggy to get to your desired destination. First stop, their luxury overwater villas. With the ocean in your backyard and front yard, and all around you, these rooms are bliss personified. Large bathrooms with showers and tubs with a view, top-notch bedding and furnishings, and wall-to-wall windows so you see water as far as your eyes can see. It is one of the few places on Earth where you can truly feel the calming benefits of the sea. Aruba really knows how to please their guests, no matter who they are or how old they are, as there's literally something for everyone. From extraordinary in-room amenities to water sports, a wide variety of places to relax, fine dining, several pools, bars, cafes for snacks, an abundance of land and water activities, and a ton of gorgeous places to take in the beauty of the island and ocean. There is no chance of boredom at Aruba. Aruba allows their guests to explore freely and discover all the island and resort has to offer. Even at full capacity, guests can find themselves feeling like they have the whole island to themselves, or join in on all sorts of activities and scheduled events open to all resort guests. For marine life lovers, there's nothing like diving into these crystalline waters that teem with life, even just off the foot of your overwater bungalow. Reefs line the shores of Aruba, so even if you're not all in with diving or snorkeling, you can feel safe just stepping into ankle-deep water and encountering all sorts of marine creatures. For the more adventurous guests, hop on over to Aquaholics to schedule a snorkel or dive tour to be taken to even more lively reefs, or grab a jet ski for the day to speed around the island. Or just lie on the beach and breathe in that awesome sea air. While the ocean in the Maldives is a huge draw for some travelers, and rightfully so, for others, it's the relaxation. At Aruba, there are so many ways to do that, and great food is one of those ways. With several dining options from quick cafes to casual to even fine dining, guests won't grow tired of the selection on the island. In fact, they even offer super fun food-centric activities like pizza making with a world-class pizza chef. Fun for guests of all ages, it's a super tasty way to interact with the great staff, make new friends, and even learn a new skill. Another terrific thing about Aruba is its commitment to the environment, as well as preserving and celebrating local culture. One of those ways is through its on-site art program, showcasing local artists and allowing guests to partake in art classes with them. The Maldives has one of the most delicate environments anywhere on the planet. Coral reefs are the foundation of the islands. They offer protection to the tiny islands as its natural defense system, and the country's economy depends heavily on the health of its reefs and ecosystems. In fact, several conservation efforts are underway to protect the valuable marine environment of Maldives. While several marine species and birds are protected by law, protected areas have been designated to ensure the conservation of specific ecosystems and the rich biodiversity of the country. This includes designated nature reserves and islands of various atolls to protect wetlands and mangroves, and the protection of marine areas and the designation of biosphere reserves that covers coral reefs, islands, seagrass beds, and mangroves. And Kandama is one of the few resorts that offers up not only the sustainability efforts, but also the health, wellness, fully rounded approach to visiting this magical locale. Okay, so not every day can be bright and shiny in the Maldives, as they do get their fair share of rain. Luckily, there's so much to do on Kandama that you aren't subject to hiding out in your room if rains do blow through. On one such rainy day, I got the wonderful opportunity of making some local Maldivian dishes with executive chef Ken. We spent the better part of the afternoon making two delicious local dishes that featured local ingredients. One, a spicy but tangy salad, and another, vegetable curry stew. Chatting with Ken, we talked about what an incredible undertaking it is to get certain ingredients and supplies to the islands, making the food program at Kandama even more unique. They grow as much as they can on site, so they don't have to fully rely on ordering and shipping, especially off season. Ken is internationally trained and brings such a lovely worldview to his food and beverage program at the resort, leaving no guest hungry no matter their tastes or dietary restrictions. Can you believe there's still more to see and do at Kandama? Oh, yes. Let's go. No trip to Kandama is complete without getting some kind of spa treatment. So I'm here at the Escape Spa and I'm about to get a lovely Maldivian massage. The spa at Kandama offers a wide variety of body, face, skin, and nail treatments, along with the added perk of being able to use their breathtaking facilities. Any treatment here is beyond incredible, with the soundtrack of the ocean as a backdrop.
Think I just died and went to heaven.
For fitness enthusiasts, Candema boasts a state-of-the-art gym, loaded with great equipment and even classes such as boxing, aerobics, personal training, yoga, and even aerial yoga. For families with kids, Candyland is their own private oasis with full playground and indoor rec center, jam-packed with activities for children of all ages. Have peace of mind knowing the little ones are safe and having fun while you get to enjoy a little slice of peace. Like sports? Visit the tennis courts for some one-on-one fun, or gather a group and kick a ball around on their regulation soccer field. One thing that may or may not cross your mind when traveling to a remote island nation is, what happens in an emergency? Well, Kandama is one of the only resorts in the Maldives with its own medical clinic. Fully equipped and staffed, from treating minor injuries to toothaches, yes, they have a dentist, to a state-of-the-art decompression tank for divers, you can rest assured that you're well taken care of. And these are all reasons why Kandama is like no other resort on Earth.
Hi, and welcome back to the Healthy Voyager. I'm Carolyn Scott, and this time you're joining me in Aruba.
Aruba is a bucket list Caribbean destination for so many, and rightfully so. It is a true melting pot of Latin, Caribbean, and European, from its culture and cuisine, art and architecture, to its own language, Papiamento. Sure, the water and beaches are lovely, but Aruba is so much more than that, and I'm going to show you why. Hands down, the best place to stay on the island is Boardwalk Hotel. What with most of the hotels being giant beach resorts, Boardwalk truly feels like a private and serene paradise. Steps from the beach and with access to beach chairs and palapas, guests get all of the things they want with a ton of things they didn't even know they wanted as bonus. First of all, every room is its own villa or bungalow, so each guest gets their own kitchenette, seating area, and patio. Additionally, their on-site food and beverage is run by an island favorite, Eduardo's, serving up healthy, fresh, and many plant-based options for dine-in, by the pool, or room service. Boardwalk also boasts an on-site full-service spa, gym, and yoga classes that can be done on the beach or on your private patio. Aruba doesn't have the tropical landscape you would expect from a Caribbean island. In fact, it was a surprise to me how much it reminded me of Southern California and even Baja, Mexico. Aruba is an arid desert by the sea, peppered with cacti and lava rock terrain.
I'm here at the Natural Bridge. It's not too far from the National Park area of Aracac, and it truly is like a perfect little inlet with the natural bridge that I just walked over. And you've got the Blackstone Beach over there. All right, so we're taking off on the Jeep with Ranger Roger.
Hi, what's up?
We're gonna check out Aracac National Park. He's gonna tell me all about the geography, the landscape, the history, so let's do this.
And we were off to see all the different spots in the park.
Well, as you can see below is a natural pool located here in Aracac National Park. It's one of the sights to see, so make sure you do not miss it. Follow me, won't you? We're disturbing the bats here in Quadidikiti Cave. Roger and I are embarking on a Indiana Jones style exploration. So Roger's showing us the way to the fossils.
Is the butt to this side, and then you sweep in, right? And don't come up too fast.
Butt in. Don't come up too fast. And here we are.
Visitors can spend all day at the national park, from hiking, swimming, and checking out the caves. It's a great way to see the natural beauty of Aruba.
So behind me, looks like the old St. Nicolas General Store is now called Culture Cafe, and they've got vegan options. Here in St. Nicolas, it's the oldest part of the island, so it's where you'll find more historic buildings because Aruba was founded in the 1400s. So it's neat to see this part of the island kind of reimagined and coming alive. After lunch, I'm going to go on a mural tour as part of the revitalizing of this part of the island. But first, it's chow time.
Located about 15 minutes from downtown Oranjestad, you'll find the original colony of San Nicolas. From Culture Cafe, located in the old general store, to art galleries and colorful murals and mosaics all over the neighborhood, San Nicolas is a great place to soak in some of Aruba's ever-evolving history. Aruba's history as a multicultural destination, which began in San Nicolas when the refinery was opened nearly a century ago. This attracted people of all nationalities to the island. The influx of new cultures and influences shaped the industrious pioneer town into a friendly, tight-knit community that is unique for Aruba. The area has since gone through a rebirth thanks to the art scene and hip local businesses making their way back to the historic town. After all that sightseeing, I was able to squeeze in a cocktail at the boardwalk pool at happy hour before a sunset dinner on the beach.
Well, I'm here on the beach at sunset and about to have dinner at Hadi Kuri, which looks like it's just a seafood restaurant. However, they have a secret vegan menu and I'm excited to see what's on it. So at Hadi Kuri, they specialize in seafood, obviously, because it's a beachfront restaurant, but their secret vegan menu offers vegan seafood, and I ordered the vegan tuna appetizer, and I've got another fish dish coming. So how cool is it that I get to eat fish at a seafood restaurant?
From enjoying plant-based fish on the beach to meeting real fish underwater, it was time for me to set sail with Red Sail Aruba. Offering half-day snorkel and lunch tours, no trip is complete without getting in the water.
All right, water slide time.
Known for its beautiful crystalline waters, getting a chance to experience several snorkel spots off the coast of the island, including a couple of shipwreck sites, was a treat. It's a super fun day on board Red Sail Tours, but be sure to pace yourself with the onboard cocktails as they flow freely.
All right, so I've made it to a really cool part of my trip where I'm with Taki. He's gonna help me forage the island. So even though most people will see just ocean and desert, Taki has figured out how to find some really cool edible stuff, and we're gonna head into these mangroves right here to look for something that is from the same family as spinach. Let's go.
The lovely staff at Boardwalk set me up with a unique experience tailor-made just for me.
It's like salty spinach.
Knowing I was a plant-based foodie with a propensity for adventure, they arranged a foraging activity for me with Frank, aka Taki.
Well, that one tastes like seaweed, but I love the taste of seaweed.
Taki and I went all over finding indigenous plants that could be used in our meal later on that he would prepare for me at my bungalow. We found all sorts of sea kelp, seaweed, and even scooped up fresh sea salt, all of which he included in my dinner.
So we made it back to my casita here at Boardwalk Resort. Taki is taking the stuff that we foraged, plus I'm assuming some other ingredients, and he's barbecuing it up, and we're going to dine here on my porch and enjoy a lovely evening.
He grilled everything to perfection on my patio grill, which every bungalow has, for a savory 3-course vegan meal. And now, Boardwalk is offering this excursion and experience to guests who are interested. Another day in Aruba meant another delicious breakfast by Eduardo's at Boardwalk before another jam-packed day.
I'm here at Infini with Chef Irv, and we're gonna talk to him a little bit about the concept of Infini, and then he's gonna tell us what we're cooking this lovely morning.
So Infini is a chef's table concept. We serve 18 seats a night and 12 courses.
And you do plant-based.
Yeah. We do plant-based and vegan menus. We do lactose intolerant. We do gluten-free. We try to do most of
The crazy diet. So what are we cooking today?
Today we're going to do 2 dishes that are on the menu, but the easy version of them. One is a compressed watermelon aguachile with cucumbers, roasted tomatoes, and the other one is a roasted eggplant with guava glaze, black bean hummus, and some fried sweet potato.
So should we get started?
Yes.
All right.
I had the incredible opportunity to not only meet but also cook with Chef Irvin Crows, one of the best chefs in the world that you probably have never heard of, but you have to if you're a foodie like me. At the helm of his own chef's table concept at Infini, as well as the force behind Poke Ono, with several locations around the island, Chef Irv is a master. So passionate yet humble, I was instantly intrigued by him, his food, and his story. And let me tell you, my mind was blown.
Thank you so much for your time, Chef. Time to eat. Bon appetit. Dude, I can't. That's bomb.
I spent some time in downtown Oranjestad checking out the shops and cute Dutch architecture before popping over to have a tasty vegan meal at Bukuti's Elements restaurant. Wellness and relaxation are the cornerstones of Bukuti, and all of their dining locations have wonderful plant-based options with stunning views of their beach.
Well, I'm back at Infini for the 12-course Chef's Table tasting menu. As you saw, I was able to do some fun dishes with Chef Irv. So that was kind of a sneak peek of what I'm having this evening. But yes, everything that they serve the omnivores, they make the perfect replica plant-based so that no special diets feel left out at the Chef's Table tasting. So let's head on in.
I was so excited to be one of the few guests at Chef Irv's limited seating chef's table and 12-course meal. I knew I was in for a treat.
All right, so this is the first plate of 12. Even though it looks like it's 3 courses, it's the first plate of 12. And I'm already impressed. Even though I was impressed earlier when I cooked with Chef, this is so beautiful that I don't even want to eat it. It's too pretty, but I have to.
Chef and his talented crew, a well-oiled machine if I've ever seen one, change their menu and theme every 3 months, never repeating a dish, and plant-based diners never feel left out because they get to enjoy the exact same menu as their omnivorous counterparts, just veganized. He also incorporates as many local ingredients as possible, from produce to bread, even to his dishware. Plus, they offer a wine or cocktail pairing option for the 12 courses as well. His mixologists are just as talented, creating drinks that match each dish and with their own story and delightful creativity.
Okay, so every dish is insane, but this dish, legit, homey elevated Pop Rocks. This dish has gourmet Pop Rocks made of puffed rice and several other magical organic gourmet ingredients on this beautiful dish. And when I took a bite, I was blown away. He's got to drop the knife. He killed it.
I can't stress enough how incredible this chef's table is, and I urge everyone who travels to Aruba to book a spot.
So thank you for coming to Infini, and I hope you enjoy your journey to our 12-course menu, and see you soon.
Aruba was a wonderful surprise to me, and I hope you book a vacation there soon.
Well, sadly, it's time for me to leave Aruba, but I hope you'll join me again on the next Healthy Voyager. Bye.